Last year was the first time that the corrupt Citizens United Supreme Court decision allowed super PACs to influence the municipal elections here in New York City. One super PAC, deceptively called Jobs for New York, was supported by greedy real estate developers, and they spent millions trying to buy off politicians. But one lobbyist in particular exemplified the worst of the corrupting influence of Citizens United in last year's elections. This is Scott Levenson. He's a campaign consultant and political operative who administered a super PAC to defeat Christine Quinn. He's also a supporter of the Working Families Party.
2013 will go down as a Rubicon in the introduction of independent spending here.
So far, a super PAC and two campaigns managed by Mr. Levenson have been fined for campaign finance violations. The chair of the New York City Campaign Finance Board has indicated that more fines may follow. Now that the Campaign Finance Board has decided that prohibited coordination took place between a super PAC and official political campaigns, these determinations may have federal legal implications. The chair of the Campaign Finance Board, Rose Gilhern, has been criticized in the past for going soft on some investigations. But Ms. Hearn may have shown with these early super PAC rulings an established pattern of activities whereby Mr. Levenson is maintaining or controlling political entities for the apparent purpose of gaming New York City's campaign finance regulations. Activities such as possible extortion, failing to disclose in-kind contributions, using shell corporations to mask his identity, making conflicting statements to the press, double-timing his own clients, raising money with help from politicians who may benefit from his activities, and disguise possible transactions to manipulate spending caps. The lobbyist Scott Levenson most visibly exploited the use of super PACs. Allegations have been raised whether the activities of Mr. Levenson's super PAC were illegally coordinated to benefit the mayoral campaign of Bill de Blasio. But the situation for Mr. Levenson and his clients shouldn't have been allowed to have become so severe. When confronted last year with questions about Mr. Levenson's super PAC, Mr. de Blasio promised to reform the corrupt New York City model of campaign finance.
We may not like the way the law is, but it is the law. I certainly will put energy going forward into trying to further reform the campaign finance system. But so long as the law is the law, people will make choices within it. That is their right. But I will certainly never ask anyone to engage in such behavior.
But the mayor has failed to propose any campaign finance reforms. Indeed, he has no motivation to, not when he and his political operatives stand to gain from an ongoing pattern of questionable activities. The New York Post reported that since 2001, the mayor's political operatives, possibly including Bertha Lewis and others, have been conducting activities with the goal of electing Mr. de Blasio as mayor, a feat they finally achieved last year, possibly with the help of a super PAC.
I've known Bill for decades, and we fought on the front lines together, and we've organized together.
Mrs. Lewis's post-Acorn, post-New York Communities for Change organization is called the Black Institute. She shares office space with Mr. Levenson. Sometimes all of their ongoing political activities appear just sufficiently distant from the mayor, and sometimes they don't.